Hi friends, welcome to my channel. This is Mukul. I'm here to explain the strings and substrings, and I'm here to explain a important question from LeetCode, which is finding a length of a longest substring in the given string. Let's go into the topic. Actually, what is the string and substring? Strings are the fundamental data types in the programming languages, which is used to store and manipulate the sequence of characters. String means our name, etc. Anything can be a string, like name or a person, place, etc. In the substring, which is a portion of a string, and understanding their manipulation is crucial because we have the substring is a part of string. Example, take a name called Ram, RA, which is a substring of the string, and then declaring and initializing strings. Strings declaration. String in C are represented as null terminated character array. They can be declared using the cat data type and string initialization. It can be initialized between the double quotes, and if it is a character, we can initialize between the single quotes and dynamic allocations, which is used to allocate the memory run during the program. Next, accessing the characters in a string. Index based. We can take a character using the index of the string. If a string name Ram, which is started from the R is index 0 and A is 1 and M is 2, and the pointers arithmetic string can be also be traversed using the pointers arithmetic and string library functions. We can find the length of the substring, length of the string or substring, and we can perform the operations on the string using the standard library functions. Next, now here comes the question: longest substring without repeating characters, which is a lead code problem, medium level, and let us go into the program. Let us take the example one, which is ABC, ABC, BB. We have to find the longest substring, and we have to give the output as select. So here ABC is a substring without a repeating character. Next to the C, we have A. So it is repeating again twice. So ABC is a substring, and ABC is the another substring, and B and B. There are four substrings, and the largest substring is ABC. So the length is the output is 3. Okay. Next go to the another example. B B B B B. So here the substring is B 5 times. So the length is 1, and PWWKEW. So here goes PW a substring, and then WKE is another substring, and KEW is the another substring. So the biggest or the longest substring is WKE or KEW. So the length of the longest substring is 3. We can find the length of the longest substring using the sliding window option in the technique. Sorry, and we'll go to the logic. Here is the logic, and first we have to take a character. This is a function. We have to take the character and initialize the max length to 0. Every time we will update the max length, and let us initialize the start equals to 0. This is the inner outer for loop. End is equals to 0. We are declaring a variable end and assigning it as 0. End is less than n. So n is the length of the s. Uh, Let us take an example. ABC AB. So the length of the ABC AB is 5. So here the n is 0. 0 is less than 5. So it will enter the inner loop, and the for loop. This is the inner for loop, and here goes the operation. Here here the most it will explain about if a character is repeated, then it will stop. The J++ it will be created incremented the start, and every time we run the loop, we'll update the max layer. Uh, this can be explained detailedly by tracing. The tracing is a technique which is used to know the exact detail of the logic of the program. Let us go to the tracing. Tracing. Let us take an example, ABC, AB, previously which I told. So let the n is the length of the string, 5. The max length is 0 and start is 0. So this is the outer for loop. So end is declared as 0. So 0 is less than 5, which is true. Then it goes to the inner for loop and int j equals to start and j is less than n, j plus plus. It, it is false and rest of the code will be skipped, and max length, which is startingly A, B, C. So A is the length which is calculated here. So length of the first A is 1. So max length is 1. So sorry. Next, the end is incremented. So end equals to 1 and 1 is less than 5, which is true. And we will enter into the inner loop for end j equals to start and j is less than n, j plus plus. So j is which is 0, the start equals to 0. We have initialized the start only, and j is less than n. So 0 is less than 1. If we will check here the condition, if the first in which the array of starting element is equal to the second array of n means which is the one second element, a equals to b, so which is false, then the rest of the code will be skipped and the j is incremented. Here the for loop in j equals to start, j is incremented, so j equals to 1 and 1 is less than 1, which is false. End is 1, which is we seen previously, so false. The rest of the code is uh, skipped, and here we check the condition n minus start plus 1. So here by this we can check the maximum length of the longest substring. So my 1 minus 0, which we have seen here above. Sorry, logic. If j is see, if for loop n minus start plus 1 is greater than max length, the max length is assigned as n minus start plus 1. So every time we'll run a for loop, we have to assign the max length. So here the max length is 2 and the end is incremented. Now for end equals to 2, 2 is which is less than the length of the string. So now here we will enter the inner for loop. End j equals to start, which is start is all starting is initialized to 0. So j equals to 0 and 0 is less than 2, which is correct. And we'll check the condition a is equals to c, which is false. Then we will skip the code and j is incremented. Here, when j is incremented, j equals to 1, 1 is less than 2, it is true. And we'll check if condition b is equals to c, which is false. Then we will split the rest of the code and we will increment the j. So j is now 2, which is we'll check the condition j is less than 2, which is false. We'll skip the rest of the code and we'll calculate the maximum length. End minus start plus 1. The end is 2 and start is 0 and plus 1, which is 3, which is greater than the maximum length of the previous, which is 2. So maximum length is 3 and end is incremented. So end equals to 3, which is true. It will enter to the inner for loop for j equals to start. J is less than n, j plus plus, j equals to 0, 0 less than 3, which is true. So we will enter S of j equals to S of n, which is A and A, B, C, A, B. So A, which is true. So here it will enter into the inner if loop, if condition. So when it enters the if condition, start is updated j plus 1. So j plus 1, which is 1, and break is used to stop the iteration. And here it finally we will calculate the maximum length, which is 3. And like this, the tracing will be useful. Now let us go into the total program. Startingly, we have to include the STDIO. It is a preprocessor where the input and output functions are present in it. You have to access the input and output functions from the preprocessors. And from the string.h, which is a library of strings, we can take the string functions like length of the string, etc., from the library. And here I declared the global function declaration, which is important, and the main function. This is the this is where we write a program, the main code of the program. So I declared the character is of 100. I took 100 as a space. I took the input of the character, the of a string, and I took the length of the length of the longest substring from calling the function length of the longest substring. So I called the function. So here this is the logic of the code which we have seen previously. Let us run it and test how it is how it will. So here it is asking the string. Let us take my name Mukund. Okay. The length of the longest substring is 5. We can see here MUK is the substring, one substring, and KUNTH, which is the another substring. The longest substring is KUNDH, which is length is 5. So it gave the output as 5. This is the program, and let us submit it in the lead code and check whether it is wrong, correct or wrong. So I pasted the logic of the code, and this is the question. Let me run it in the lead code. So it is accepted. The time is 0 or milliseconds. Let us submit it and check whether the code is correct for the many test cases. I have done it previously, so it is accepted, and the runtime is 4 milliseconds and faster than 62.95% of C online solutions. So thank you.